This is the reaction portion of the video. I'm going to be reacting to how I made an anime with AI. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to see this entire video on Patreon, then you can pledge using the links below. But let's get to it. I'm very excited for this. Let's do this. Here you go. All right, let's do it.
You actually did it. I said if this comment gets 200 likes, I'll show you how I turned my idea into a real Japanese anime. Today, I'll break down all 9 steps, the tools, the prompting frameworks, and the editing pipeline so you can make one too. And at the end, I'll premiere a brand new samurai anime that I worked on for this video, using all the steps I'm about to teach you. The possibilities for creating animation are endless. So the first thing you need to know are all the tools you would need for this. There's Midjourney for image and video generation, Nano Banana for image editing, 11 Labs for voice manipulation, Hydra for character control, Epidemic Sound for music and sound effects, and an editing program to put it all together. I use DaVinci Resolve, but you can use anything you want. An optional tool you can use is Topaz Video to upscale your video from 1080 or 720 all the way to 4K and sometimes 8K.
I'm really glad that he has laid it out like that, because if you're watching this on Patreon, you know that I just talked about Chicken Fight. This is one of the very first, stories that I ever got published and came out with, and I would love to actually have that being animated at some point in time in the future. All I need to do is actually just have money to invest in, any of these particular programs and, make that happen. I would love to do that. Maybe I could do it for free. Who knows? But I don't have time to do it right now, so it doesn't matter. But all of that to say is I'm really glad that he laid that out, because that's really, really cool. Anybody out there that wants to make their own anime, it's AI, but, that's the times that we're in right now. So, have fun.
The tools will be used in the description below, as well as my prompting guide that you would need to type into Midjourney to get all the different combinations you would want. And step number 1, it's a simple step. It's probably something you've already had for a while. It's to have a story. You have to have a story, have the characters in your head. If you don't, you're going to be generating random stuff at random times for random reasons. Mine is about a samurai who can't be defeated because he was gifted the eyes of God, allowing him to see into the future. That's something I just made up for this video, but that's what I'm going to be using. Step 2 is to pick your style. These are some things I was able to make from using my prompting guide. This is very important, and it's going to be the basis for how your anime looks the whole way through. But there's actually a cheat. You can actually find your favorite looking anime and take some screenshots from that as a reference for Midjourney itself. For example, if you wanted an early 2000s anime look, like one of my favorites, Yu Yu Hakusho, you would take 3 to 5 screenshot images of it, and you would use that to feed into Midjourney. But if you type in what you want, you're able to get more varied results, something that will be unique to you. And in the comments, tell me what anime is your favorite or what style you would like the most. Step 3, you gotta storyboard your anime. Every great animation starts with a storyboard. It's a blueprint that lays out each shot before you actually do the in-between animation. But because of AI, you actually don't need to be an animator. You just need to understand basic shot types, like establishing shots, full shots of the character, and medium shots and close-ups, etc. There are over 25 different types of shots. I'm not going to go over every single one for this video. That would make the video way too long. Now here's a Midjourney prompt formula that you can use to type into Midjourney to get almost anything you would need for your anime. It goes shot type of an anime style character wearing clothing, extra style details, or shot angle of anime style person wearing clothing, action, detail. And here's an example of those 2 prompts filled in with details. The more details you give, the more specific it's going to get. The less details you give, the more creative Midjourney is going to get.
Yes. I talked about this actually throughout the Patreon video where I was saying that communication is key. Not just in personal relationships. The better you're able to communicate to somebody and convey your ideas, it's, obviously they're going to understand it. They're going to run with whatever you say and, continue that. But when it comes to AI, obviously, if you can convey your ideas in a coherent, very clear, detailed way, you can hopefully get exactly what you're trying to get out of it. So I'm, again, so glad that he is putting this in this video. I might check out that guide as well, because I mean, $5 is not that much, and I think this is pretty awesome. Like I would love, I would love to do chicken fight. I wonder if I could do this where I could train it on my own art style. Like if I can somehow train it on chicken fights art style, and like oh man, I would love for that to happen. If it doesn't, then I mean, I don't know. I might, make it just look like One Piece or something. Like, I mean, my art style was a lot closer to One Piece back then than it is now. So, whatever. But all right, let's get to it.
Spit you out about 4 different images that may be close to what you want, or maybe give you an idea of something that could be better. And you're gonna keep generating all these images until you get something close to what you want, but again, don't get frustrated. It may give you something different. You have to roll with it. Just don't spend 10 Midjourney generations trying to get something very specific. If it spits out something very close, the best thing you can do is to hit the very subtle button or the very strong button. And what that does is it gives you that image in different angles or different types, and it may get you closer to what you actually wanted. And step 4 is to animate. This is the fun part. This is where you can get your creations to actually move and see everything come to life. There are 3 ways to animate shots in Midjourney, getting more and more specific as you go. One way is to just hit animate, and Midjourney will spit out something that it thinks happens next from this single frame. You can get some very creative results that way. The next way is to download the image you want to use and re-upload it into Midjourney and actually tell Midjourney what happens in the image. This gives you slightly more control. And the last one is to use the tool Nano Banana. What this does is you can take your starter image and have Nano Banana generate what you want the end of the image to look like. Midjourney would understand even more of what I want. Then I can type in exactly what happens and get even more control over the shot. And also, when you're making this starting ending frame or uploading the image itself, you can add camera angles. Over 20 to 25 different camera shots, but some famous ones are static ones where the camera doesn't move, pans where the camera moves slightly to the left or right, very famous in anime, zoom ins or zoom outs. Quentin Tarantino is very famous for that. Now this is step 5 of 9, which is to edit. You take all your clips from your whole anime and you put them on your timeline in your editing suite. I'm using DaVinci Resolve. From this, you want to edit out the bad parts where the hands go crazy or something doesn't happen exactly right. You can manipulate the footage by speeding it up, slowing it down, zooming in, doing anything you need to do to hide what AI isn't good at doing yet. Now that you have your anime laid out or your anime scene, you want to go to step 6, which is sound design. And this is a trick that no one ever really believes me when I say this, that 50% of filmmaking, anything that's on the screen, is sound itself.
100%. I was actually talking to my brother a long time ago. I was asking him to help me with this one project. It never happened. But anyway, long story short, he was saying that what we really need to do is make sure that we have the background music on point. Because if it is a sad scene, it needs to feel sad. It needs to sound sad. I mean, this is the reason why the Naruto like, that's perfect for like any sad music. Like that just brings me back to the 2000s. But anyway, early 2000s. But anyway, the music is everything. Obviously not only that, but also there's sound effects, like, especially if there's like 2 swords like clinging against each other, you want to hear that. In Dragon Ball Z world, there's the when they are like zooming by, going to other places, or when they're like, charging up, you got to hear that the fire and stuff. So, I mean, 100% sound design is very, very important. I have not really done a film by myself. I actually starred in 2 of them in college. That was a fun time. maybe if I ever get a chance, I might post that probably on my Patreon. Like I'll probably do that. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. If you guys want to watch it, definitely pledge. But anyway, sound design is very important. You need that. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's see what he has to say about how to add that.
That's what brings it to life. Psychologically, if something sounds good, it appears to look better. I had a viral trailer I shot here in Japan, and one of the compliments I've always gotten is it sounds like I'm in a movie theater. I can see it all. For this, I use Epidemic Sounds. They have all the sound effects you could ever use. They give you music, any song you can think of. And then with the music itself, you can actually pick parts of the song, the first part, the second part, the third part, and then loop it. Use AI inside of Epidemic Sounds to loop that sound effect so you won't lose that feeling. As well as you can take away bass, you can take away the drums, you can take away the guitar and just leave the melody. Things like that is very good. So my tip for this is to think about every sound in your scene, from the footsteps, the grass, to the people talking in the background, which is called walla. It's background character talk. You can get walla of different people in different environments. Think about the sound of the sword swinging, the sound of the armor, the chink in the armor moving back and forth. All that makes a very immersive experience for your anime. Line up all the sounds, all the music to where it perfectly happens on screen, and you're almost there. Now, step number 7 is one of my favorite steps, is to voice act. And even if you're doing all the voices, you have professional sound. This is why I use 11 Labs. You could take raw mic audio from your phone, camera, or webcam and upload it to 11 Labs. And with a click of a button, it would use AI to make it sound like it was shot in a studio. That's what I'm using for these YouTube videos, and you can use it too. My favorite feature, you can transform your voice
into someone else's. You can create different voices, or
use the voices they have. They have, I think, over 50 voices.
That way you can act as different characters in your anime without sounding the same, totally by yourself. Step number 8 is to sync your voices. Now, from Midjourney, if you're having a talking scene during your anime, it will generate the mouth moving your anime character randomly. You have no control over this yet. You want to have your speaking parts imitate when your character moves their mouths. But if it doesn't fit perfectly, there is a cheat, and that's why we use the head drag. This is an AI program to where if you upload one of the frames from your anime, then you can upload your voice file from 11 Labs. It will artificially move the mouth of the character in a very natural way. You want to use
inside of Patreon earlier in this video that there are, if you remember Parks and Recreation, there's this guy named Ron Swanson, and he has these wooden chairs that he sells for a lot of money, and they're immaculate and amazing. But the reason why he never wanted to mass produce them is because they would be like IKEA chairs. I believe the IKEA chairs in this example would be an AI, whereas the immaculate, amazing looking wooden chairs that Ron Swanson was making would be human art. So all of that to say is that when it comes to voice acting, anime, comics, any type of human art that seems like it's being replaced by AI, I do believe that it's still going to be valued more because it's human art, because it brings more of an authentic feel to it. So even though AI is definitely going to help the average Joe do what they need to do to get to the next level, or get their ideas out there, I still do believe that a voice actor that has been doing it for a very long time will be better than just changing your voice.
Use a mix of Hedra and what Midjourney spit out to you, because if you use too much Hedra, it's going to look a little fake. But if you use a mix of both, you can make it look as real as possible that way.
Excuse me, I just want to talk to you for a second.
But exactly what you want?
Well, the thing is, I saw you walking and I...
Megan, you're not getting me. You're not getting any.
But we just started talking.
The reason is you're
but
and I'm hoping that.
Step 9 is to add detail. You might have your anime on the timeline, all the character voices, all the sound, but you might want little things like insert shots, close-ups of your character grabbing something, your character doing something really quickly. go back to Midjourney and regenerate those and add those to your anime to make it perfect. Now that's the exact process that I use to make my animations for my videos. Go ahead and make your own. To show you that it works really well, here's the sequence I made for my samurai anime using these steps.
戦うことを計画。
その目で決して一人ではない。今は安全。
そうか。危ない。
So first off, let me just say that I think it's hilarious that it ended with the most anime-looking ending. The song was awesome too. Like oh man, one day I'm going to do this with Chicken Fight, and I can't wait. I think it's going to be great. You know, at some point when I have a huge amount of time to just play with this, I'm going to make that happen. That's going to happen. But what did you guys think about that video? You know, definitely put your comments down below. Did you like that animation? Personally, I think that, excuse me, you know, everything that he was showing in terms of the explanation, oh man, excuse me guys, in terms of the explanation of what he was saying you should do, made a lot of sense to me. You know, I can see it taking a lot of time to produce the type of animation that you would want to see inside of like an actual anime episode, using all of those different programs and putting it together and, you know, editing it via Resolve. It would not take as long as just animating it, but I can understand that, you know, not everybody can animate. So, you know, if that is your alternative, then, you know, all I can really say is just, you know, take your time and try to make it as best as possible, which is hopefully what I do whenever I make this for Chicken Fight. But, you know, I think another way that you could do this is just, you know, get Sora, you know, and again, I haven't really like done too much, you know, research on how to use Sora, but I assume that, you know, you could just plug in, you know, what you want to show it and say, hey, you know, make an anime version of this. So, you know, maybe not, I don't know. But again, what do you guys think about this entire video? You know, definitely put your comments down below. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you've made it this far into the video, then thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think you'll like probably some of these videos right here. Maybe subscribe and, you know, click that notification bell so that way you can be notified the next time I put out another video. And if you want to watch the entire full episode, then go to my Patreon and pledge as little as $5. Everything is in the description box below. Deuces.